You ready?
There is a connection between the paranormal, UFOs, and the myths of ancient history. The clues are scattered across the landscape from a forbidden past, maybe even in your own backyard. There is a connection between the true nature of our reality, consciousness, and the unexplained. I'm Carl the Crusher. Let's explore the unknown.
What do you think, Odie? We're gonna go look for petroglyphs today? Huh? She's the ranch dog. She actually likes me, but she's kind of skittish about cameras and stuff. We've been petting and all that. She's a nice little dog. But she was a stray that wandered onto the ranch. But we're gonna take this cool little rig with Jeff and Adam, and we're gonna go up to where some petroglyphs are and some maybe ancient artifacts and explore it. So we're gonna go for a cool little off-road adventure here, up where a lot of the investigating was going on with Jacques Vallée and Bob Bigelow and all that. So here we go. Lined up. There we go. Dude, this is awesome.
Am I crazy for riding back here? Yeah, right.
Are you gonna go in the back too? Everybody's coming? What? No? Oh, you're getting the dog up. Come on, Odie. Come on. Come on. She's so funny. Where are you taking me, Jeff?
Places unknown.
Places unknown?
Places unknown.
Okay.
This is the newest spot that we've been enjoying.
And this location has been heavily researched, as much or if not more, and before that, Skinwalker Ranch itself by Bob Bigelow and his entire team. Jacques Vallée, Hal Putoff, all those guys have been up here. And now we are, after doing a bunch of overnight paranormal investigating, we are getting ready to go to some ancient sites potentially where it seems like there could be stuff that hasn't been really investigated that could have artifacts, pottery, arrowheads, evidence of the ancient settlement that could have been part of the research that was done here previously. Up here on that point?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. This isn't really a road.
No. It's an old road.
Adam and Odie are in the back. What's that big?
Evidence of recent rain?
Adam! Look to the side.
Yeehaw!
This is awesome, dude. That ain't the way. We got out to try and film an epic shot. Like, he's gonna drive up this hill and it just won't even come up the hill. The whole thing just died. So that's it.
Not allowed to go any further.
No farther we go. Okay, so on foot it is.
All we're allowed.
This is all we're allowed.
All we're allowed.
Now, maybe there's something we're supposed to find on foot on the way that hasn't been seen before, you know?
Definitely.
All right.
You know, as we've been taught, you know, we're meant to find it, we find it.
Right. So the truck breaks down. There's no coincidences here. So we'll see. Yeah, look at that. It's like quartz bubbled. And then there's just like another. I found this in the Valley of the Magic Mesa, a small piece, but this is like a huge chunk. Somebody in the comments tell me what this is, because it almost looks and feels like moldavite, but it's white. And it's the same thing in southern Utah. But this could just be like a weird piece of quartz again. Yeah. I keep forgetting to turn my external microphone on for the wind. Sorry guys, I'm trying to remember. Look at this, it's like some animal came and slept here and dug around in the dirt like a horse or something. But I would really like to eventually hike up there and see what's up at that point on the hill. Up there as well, it looks like we're headed towards this peak where apparently there's a lot of artifacts, but interesting geology already around here. And don't forget, Area 51's right over the mountains right there, maybe about 1 hour drive. More of this. Look at these crystal rocks. So cool, just huge chunks of this laying all over the ground up here. Hey Yodi! Yeah, yeah, those look stacked.
Look at all the other rocks around.
Everything else is just natural stone piled up from this washout, this creek that comes down here when it rains. But then look at this. This is definitely hand placed, and you coming up here in your side-by-side have inadvertently, it looks like to me, found a cart path. This looks like a, I mean, it could have been the Spanish coming up here for a mine, or even older, but this is all hand placed here, right? If I'm wrong, tell me in the comments. But this does not look like a natural wall right here. Yeah, this is all like hand placed. If we could get back up here with the big metal detector, we could probably find some stuff. So that's something to keep in mind for a future day.
Next trip.
We come up here and metal detect this whole hillside, look for artifacts. We could follow the runoff down a little bit and see if there's anything that's washed down, got stuck, like that could give us any clues. This is the spot that kind of clued you in that there'd be something else up the road here though?
Yep.
Okay.
From here we went further.
And it's on an obvious trail, a path that's going up there. I would say this is a Spanish cart path or a mining trail that somebody put in up here. Yeah, it trails off like right there. Any kind of carvings or artifacts, arrowheads, any indication as to who could have built this wall. I really think we need to come back another day and metal detect, ground penetrating radar, start looking around, but there's more. You say there's arrowhead flakes and everything further up?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
A lot of charcoal.
A lot of charcoal. That would be indicative then of a mining operation, smelting.
So there's a charcoal kiln right by my house too.
Really? So these are all probably
half a mile away.
mining cart paths that date back to the Spanish, at least. That would be my initial guess. Well, it means that they wouldn't put in a wall and a path unless they were hauling stuff that was heavy.
Yeah, they wouldn't build a road.
They wouldn't need a road unless they were onto it and pulling it out. Once again, we have the same formula or pattern as in these other locations. You've got old abandoned mining operations, mine cart paths, oral traditions of different tribes and cultures coming in through these regions to mine for resources, probably enslaving and fighting the local tribes, different things like that. And then if you go way back, you're talking about the legends of the giants, I think they're called the Siteka, the giant people back in primitive times that were doing mines up here. And then the Spanish came through and tried to find it all. So why would they put these big cart paths in and retaining walls unless they're actually hauling something heavy out of here? It's interesting. And why is it always blended with UFOs and the paranormal? Why?
You want to start with the new stuff that you haven't seen yet? Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. This is either a continuation of the road, or it looks like this is stacked stones. More rocks piled up here. Check this out. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, this is hand placed here too. Hand placed stone. Burnt soil. Look at the charcoal soil. Giant big bonfire here. It's like there's a path that goes up there. This is like a whole bonfire area. Look at all this charcoal on the ground. And totally another spot to metal detect. Yeah, that's interesting that looks hand placed, and then there's a big bonfire right here.
Way too perfect for it not to be hand placed, I think.
I mean, it feels super old too.
And then you got a lot of charcoal down the hill.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that. That's totally intentional right there. So we have this whole spot. It almost looks like there was a camp or a teepee that was placed here, people camping, but I can't find any beads or artifacts. It's just that wall. So it could also be indication of like a cart path, like a waypoint, a spot where they had a camp halfway up the hill while they were hauling stuff. If you're hauling carts of gold, you probably couldn't make it down and up in one trip. You probably had to stop a few times. You know what I mean? I don't know. Oh yeah, you start getting all this jasper and agate. So yeah, then you start getting into the stone tool making. There's just piles and piles of this stuff laying all over. It doesn't look mapped or like it was really worked, but there's just, it's like a field of it. Oh, huge boulders of it all over the ground here. That looks like that's a wooden structure and piled rocks. All right, what the hell is this? Okay, and now, yeah, and this is built right on tons of this agate. It's all over the ground here. It's like just flakes everywhere, and then you have this. This is like this is a buried rooftop. Hey, this is a mine entrance, I think. This goes underground right here. This is an old entrance. Hey Jeff. Yeah. I think you've got an old mine entrance right here. Hey, look, there's a tin pot right here. The metal can. This is a mine entrance, bro.
So that's what we're hoping. That's the true hope.
This is it. This is the mine entrance, and right downhill from this is where the fire pit is. And the road comes up here. This is an abandoned mine. See, this is cut. This looks, I can't tell if it's hand chopped or what. This is a mine entrance, my friend, that's been filled in. It probably just goes straight into the mountain.
Love that idea.
We could bring James Keenan back up here with ground penetrating radar and follow and see exactly which way they went, how deep and which turns they made. Find if there's any deposits.
See how the fluff? Look out there. Buddy.
I know, yeah, look, this is all spoils tilled up from them mining out. Yeah, so downhill here should be everything that they were digging out, so we could metal detect this. Yeah, here's their pile, like some of their tailings. Hey, here's more charcoal right here. A whole other burn pit. So they were, this is like they were smelting and camping here. Abandoned mine right here. That's it, man. This is a mine. That's a mine entrance. I'm pretty sure of that.
That's beautiful.
So I think this is a mine shaft that goes in, and then you've got burn spots or camp spots here and there.
Camp spots, maybe they were smelting.
They could have been smelting, or yeah, this looks like you've got a tin can though here.
I brought that one here.
You
But in
did?
front- again, I've collected another.
Oh yeah. But see, you've got agate piled all over. This was dug out. This is all tailings, and this is squared off. This was an entrance, and this was all supposed to be
Standing frame.
part of the cribbing that goes in.
Wouldn't it be wild if there's a tunnel under?
That's what I'm saying. We bring James Keenan up here, and we could
Ground-penetrating radar and-
follow where it went.
Yeah. So I can't say 100% for sure, because there's no like definite rock stack or nothing, but there's like a clear cut path where same size as the trail we were on over
Yeah.
there, right up here, and it circles right down here. So I mean,
And yeah, from here down. So the what would be interesting would be to scan to see what minerals are underground here. Yeah. So if he brought the tin can up here, this looks so old and caved in and washed out, and the burn pit here, this feels way more primitive of a mine entrance. I mean, look at how it's almost disappeared into the land. Do you have a way to GPS mark this so you know right how to get here, or to look online? Because we might be able to Google Earth, you know, and like find other spots just by looking, zooming in and looking
Yeah, I
around
can
from
get
here
out
out.
where we are. My son's pinpointed us here before.
Yeah. Let me look at this. There's a mine entrance right there, and then there's charcoal burned all over the ground where Jeff is there, and then over to, man, it's all over. It's pretty obvious to me that this is like a tailings pile that's been dug out of that abandoned mine shaft. The question is how old is this mine shaft, and is there more, and why is there more than one spot? You have the hole right there, dug out, obviously man-made, a pile, but I mean, these look really, really old. They look older than Pioneer to me, the way they're worn out.
yeah, they're still mining. You know what I mean?
Mining.
They were going for gold. Oil.
The oral traditions, though, the mining goes clear back into the mythos. We're talking about the land of the giants, and they were mining and enslaving the natives. So how old are these mines?
Is the question.
Is
Yeah,
the
that's
question.
pretty filled in and looks pretty.
I don't know. I mean, you could speculate your mind around it, but until we start metal detecting or find more relics or evidence that date it, more tin cans and digging tools and things. But how many of these spots have you found up here so far?
In this spot alone, there's at least 10 of those flat spots. But we're gonna get to where we found some really primitive metal down here. Old hammered chain link
Stuff and old metal and things. Okay, well, this will give us a better clue as to what was going on then. It's hard to tell if any of this is placed or not.
This is what I think they may have been, or something.
Oh,
Yeah, well, this is the one. So these are the odd pieces that you find.
what is that? It's almost like a petrified charcoal in a weird way.
Is it even stone?
It has like crystal in it though.
Yep. So remember, this goes with that conglomerate that's up there. Looks like concrete. Yeah. Well, that's again. This is this weird spot.
Yeah. I'll bring this piece back so we can check it out maybe. It's like they were working the land and working this creek bed. They were guiding the flow of this down and probably using the water, because this all looks like it was thrown here. It's so hard to know. Some of this, it looks, if it was a long time ago. Yeah, how intentional is all this? Like they're guiding the water down. Is it coal? Is that like a huge lump of coal out of a mine?
Did they haul coal into smelt, possibly?
Into smelt? Oh yeah, all the burn piles. Were they using this? Maybe that fell off the cart or something. Now this is really interesting. Check this out. Here we've been following this cart path up, and then we've got these stacked stones, and I do not think that these are recent. I definitely think they're not recent. A lot of intriguing stuff up here. This entire valley is like a ring. There's, it looks like different flakes. There's all kinds of agate and stuff around here that could have been used for that. We come up here and there's this whole stacked rock pile, and I'm not the first one, or we aren't the first ones to find this. Here's an old tin can, like tobacco can or something, laying here. Oh, and now I'm getting low battery warnings and stuff on my phone right as I stand close to this. So we have this stacked rock here. The question is if it gives a line of sight to anything, if we look through the cracks, or if it's just stacked rock, right? If I had to say it pointed to anything, I would say to something up there.
Yeah.
You're literally sitting in a mine hole. This is an abandoned mine shaft that you're chilling in right there, Adam.
That's pretty cool.
You were saying, dude, that you had the same thing while you were sleeping last night, feeling like you couldn't fall asleep or relax, or
Like somebody was staring over the top of me watching me.